What's up, everybody? Surprise, it's a live stream. We'll see if anybody actually joins, but some of you will watch this later, so I'll keep talking. I have no idea if I'm going to have good enough service in this field or not to do it. I had like 4 bars of 5G when I started, but that could change drastically on the other end of the field, and this isn't going to work. We'll see. We are combining wheat. It is, what is today? Saturday. We've had a pretty good day so far, and it is, we're moving right along. It's, 8 o'clock, so it's getting a little bit late, but we're going to keep going here for a little bit, opening up a field right now. We're just getting started, and I don't think we'll be able to wrap up wheat harvest tomorrow, but we will Monday for sure. We're getting down towards the end of it, so, all right, we got a few people joining. Good to see everybody. Things are going well. I am doing well. I've had Rylan with me all day. He's in the combine with Grandpa right now, so that's good. I am running grain carts, and yeah, all is good. Maryland, Pennsylvania. Good evening, everybody. I was wondering if there was going to be a wheat live stream. I'm trying it, Taylor. We don't have many fields that have good enough service to do it, so I'll see if this works, but this is my shot. So, good evening from St. Louis, Pennsylvania. Hello. How's the sensors working? Sensors are awesome. They work really, really well. Gives us a nice level, even cut height, but the big thing is I'm not sitting there playing with the button all day. So, I'm in the grain cart right now, but I did spend most of the afternoon in the combine, and got to run it a little bit and see how all that stuff works. So yeah, that's all good. A little bit of a learning curve. One thing I've noticed is that so on our combine there's the 1, 2, 3 buttons, where 1 lifts it up to turn on the ends, 2 is our normal operating height where it sets it down and runs where you run it through the field. 3 for me has always been a low setting, where if there's some down wheat or something and you need it to go right down to the ground, you can do that. It still is that the way that it's set up now, but it takes it out of rigid mode and puts it in float mode, and I don't know if I like that, so I got to tweak some settings and stuff there, but just figuring out how to run it. So, but yeah, the sensors were good. Good evening from Alabama. Thanks for joining. Stephen, hi. We're from Denmark. Welcome. Central Alabama. Good evening. Good evening. North Dakota, Ontario. How's the wheat yielding? Wheat yields are okay. We've had some stuff that's been way better than expected, running in the mid to upper 90s, which is really good. I'm hoping the field that we're just opening up now is going to be similar, but there's a lot of drowned out spots where it's 0, and 0s bring a yield down real fast. So we'll see. We did a couple of our poor fields today. They were in the low 80s, which, if that's our worst wheat, which it is our worst wheat, I'm still pretty happy with that. So yeah, we're doing all right. What rain like this year for you? Right. It's been dry. We caught some rain. What's today? Today's Saturday. We caught some rain earlier this week, whatever days those were. And we've had about 1.8 inches Monday, Tuesday, something like that. Wednesday, I don't remember when it happened exactly. So right now we're sitting in good shape. The 10-day forecast is very dry. A little bit of a chance of rain a whole week out from now. But we're likely to get pretty dry again this week and probably start irrigating again by Wednesday would be my guess. But right now, we're in good shape. Louisiana, Holland, Michigan, North Georgia, even got the accent typed in there. Nice job. Nashville. So what did you figure out with the storage tank with the fertilizer sediment? Yeah, I'm still working on that. It's a slow process. Dad got our 2 shuttles emptied. Just spread them out on some of the wheat stubble where we had already combined, so that is good. I filled one of them up this morning. It's just a slow process. I think what I want to do is put some water in our big water tanks that we use for holding water for the sprayer, because that's all plumbed into the same pump system and manifold. So I can then run that back into the tank and put a fair bit of water in there. And then I can use the 2-inch trash pump to pump it out. Better? Slightly. And hopefully that will help get it out of the, get some of that sediment dissolved and stuff. But we're going to get it. It's just going to take a little while. Get my camera resituated. The sun is quite bright and low there, so it's going to be a little obtrusive. Okay. Wisconsin, Peoria, Illinois. David, thank you for the super chat. Hope it keeps going well, sir. Thank you. Things are going well. Final opinions on tracks with the tractor and grain cart. Better ride or pull than the 335? Yeah. So this tractor on this grain cart is awesome. I really, really, really like it. One, the Command Pro, the armrest that I wasn't crazy about in, that I wasn't crazy about when in planting and side dressing. It's actually really nice in the grain cart because you can inch ahead really easily and nice. It also, it sets so much higher. I can see into the trucks really well. So that aspect of it, this is much better on the cart than the 8R was, the 335R. Pull better, yeah, maybe a little bit, but it's a lot bigger of a tractor. I mean, it's got another 35 horse over that other tractor, so it should pull a little bit better. We haven't really had the cart full that I've been toting it around and struggled at all yet, so it's hasn't really been an issue. But yeah, really nice. Really like the tracks on the tractor. Hello from Scotland, Charleston, South Carolina. How's it going? Things are going well tonight. We're just getting the field opened up, so Dad's show you. Gotta push it twice every time. I don't understand. We're sitting here on the end unloading. Should have washed the windows on the tractor. I washed them on the combine before we started this field, but I did not do tractor, so good. Go up there and open that up. That's what I was hoping he would do. Or dig a hole right in the middle. Yeah, that'll work too. Alright. Get you guys back here. How much do we got on the cards? Doesn't matter, he can't make it around. Whoa, he's way up. 28,000 pounds. We got about half a carload here. He's trying to cut in with the auto steer, and he was in the middle, so it was going on an angle. There, he's got it. Alright, we're going to let him drive up there, and he'll have to dig us a hole by the truck a little bit more, way up there by the road. That white dot right there is our truck. I think we'll go back around and get up there, though. Let's go. Okay, where are we at? Hey Nathan, good to see you. How's the U-Harvest working? Today, so far, it's been working pretty well. It worked. I haven't had any trouble since that first day. Let me put it to you that way. Every load is recorded except for the first two. And I did get them screenshotted, so I managed to save the data. I know how much was there. It was just super frustrating. But yeah, we'll see how it is. This will be the first unload in this field. So usually if I'm going to lose one, it's the first one. So we'll see when we get up here. But hello from the wheat belt of Western Australia. How many acres of wheat do you have in? So we are down wheat acres this year, and that is all due to last fall being so wet. We couldn't get them planted, and some of the stuff that we did get planted super late was no good, and we ended up tearing it out. So we only have about 300 acres total. And we probably got almost 200 of it harvested. Maybe not. Oh, there's some twin fawns over there. You can kind of see them jumping. We'll scare them out again, I bet. How many acres of wheat? Yep, just answered that one. Hoping it would be Brock doing a live stream. Brock's going to totally miss out on wheat harvest, it looks like. He hasn't been here for any of it, and maybe he'll touch on Monday, but that's going to be it. Smash that like button. Thank you. Yes, please do that. Did the septic tank get hooked up to the leach bed? Yes. The septic system is finished. Finally. Gotten approval and everything. It is done. So I need to start doing a lot of grading and dirt work now. We're going to haul a bunch of topsoil in to grade stuff off. We got a lot of work to do down there, but that's my August project plans, or late July, after we get done with wheat harvest kind of stuff. So, yeah, we've got a stockpile of some topsoil that we're going to haul up there and grade it off and try and blend a lot of slopes that are, I'm not thrilled with it. I'm not happy with how it all ended up happening and turned out, but we can fix it. We have the equipment to do so.
You want me east, west, Nathan?
No, you just sit right there. I will have Dad dig out a bigger hole when he gets up here, Dad, and you'll be fine.
Okay.
Hello from Tyler, Texas. Will you be planting beans behind the wheat? Yeah, so let's talk about double crop beans. We're not. We did double crop beans last year. We have done double crop beans in the past. It is not an every year thing here. It's hit and miss, depends on three factors. There are three factors to double crop beans. Number one, the wheat has to be early. The absolute deadline cutoff for planting double crop beans is July 10th. That's tomorrow, right? Yeah, that's tomorrow. So if we can get the wheat harvested and the straw baled and stuff planted early, great. We're a little behind this year. The rain this week held us back enough that it's too late. We don't have enough stuff that would be able to be planted right now. I would really prefer it be July 3rd or 4th when we're planting double crop beans. Last year, the difference between the beans planted on July 4th and the beans planted on July 5th, or I'm sorry, July 4th and July 10th was close to 20 bushel. That's make or break kind of stuff there. Like that's a lot. So to start planting on the 10th, nah, not gonna happen. The next thing that you need to have is adequate moisture. Before the rain this week, we did not. When we started combining wheat, and we could have started double cropping beans a little bit, it was way too dry. Couldn't have done it. All right, I gotta unload a truck here, so you guys just hold on. I'm gonna keep talking. Hopefully you can hear me, but we gotta unload a truck and get my U-Harvest set up so I don't lose anything. Unload, Columbia, reset, ready, field, ready. Okay, it's all set up. If I lose this, it's all set up. It's not my fault. This button, get our auger in the right spot. Go. We did get rain this week, so now we would have adequate moisture to plant double crop beans, although it's questionable how long that will last. See how well I can see? No, you guys can't see how well I can see. Look at that. I can see. It's awesome. And the third thing you need is high grain prices to make it worth it. We do have those, although the markets have crashed in the last 2 weeks. So, long story short, we're not double cropping any beans. It's too late. It was too dry. The grain prices aren't good enough. More or less. Okay, U-Harvest says we're unloading. Shows the icon to show that we're unloading. 28,000, 29,000 pounds. Auger's about empty. So we're going to slow it down. Close the gate. I'm going to turn the BTO off. Now when the BTO stops, it should record that load. And it did. Okay, U-Harvest is working. Let's fold that auger in. Try not to be under the power lines when we're doing it. And get out of the way so Dad can combine some over here. Yeah, now we're right under a power line. Okay, where are we at? The rain gave you a break from irrigating. Thanks for sharing your
Is there
irrigating.
a spot out by the road there?
Yeah, would you please do another pass along the house, and maybe might as well go around the building site another time. And then while I'm here tonight and we got the cart, we should do along these edge of woods and do the ends along the woods back there.
Okay.
Alright, we're just trying to open this up. Tomorrow is Sunday. I have church in the morning, and then I have a church council meeting, so I'm going to be a little late getting here. So Dad's probably going to come back after church and get started combining without me, which means we won't have a grain cart operator, so he'll need to be in some shorter rows. So we're trying to get those opened up tonight.
Should I go get the other truck, Nathan?
Well, I don't know how much we want to do tonight. I guess you can. I wasn't going to fill much more than 2, but...
Well, I didn't know if I could get back in time before you got to have another load if I dumped this load.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I guess you might as well.
Okay.
I've got a church council meeting tomorrow after church, so it'll probably be 1 o'clock before I get here. So I wanted to get stuff opened up so Dad can start in some shorter rows without the grain cart tomorrow. All right. Irrigating, yeah. You're welcome for sharing irrigating stuff. It's a lot of work, but it is pretty cool stuff. So, how's them numbers, Alaska? I don't know what numbers we're talking about. Yield numbers? They're okay. What's your top 5 favorite John Deere tractors? Patrick, is that John Deere tractors that that we have had, or just in general? I'll go down the list of just in general, but most of them we've had. So, number 5. Let's see. I got to rank them in my head first. Number 5. Okay, these are just going to be ones we have because I don't know enough about other ones. So number 5 was probably be our 4955 that we used to have and no longer do. That was a really nice tractor for the time. Outdated now. Number 3 would be the 9510R because it's a beast and it's awesome. Well, that's number 4. Number 4. Sorry. Number 3 is this one I'm sitting in now, the 8RX. It is a sweet tractor, and how can it not be number 1, right? Yeah, fair argument. But I much prefer, at this point, driving the 8R, which is my number 2. Number 2, that one is, like, when we bought that tractor new, it was right after I had come back to the farm. It was my baby. I got to drive it a lot, kind of like this one is now. It's so smooth. I just love that tractor. And then number 1 is our 4020, and simply because it's a classic. Yeah, I love that tractor. It'll never leave our farm. All right, how's the JD Sync working for you? It's good. I've only used it a very, very little bit. Once we get this field open, hopefully while still live here, we're going to use it some more. It's really, really cool. It is an awesome thing. Yeah. So hopefully, hello. There is. So a planter row unit will always do a better job of singulation, spacing, depth control, getting the beans in the ground than a drill. Is it critical in beans? Well, that's debatable. Probably not. Most people would say not, but yes, there is absolutely an advantage to planted beans over drilled. Does it justify the cost of a planter over an air seeder or a drill, especially when you're doing wheat and you would require a 3rd planter? That's debatable. Any double crop beans in yet? Nope. Sorry, Wayne. I don't know if you heard that first part of that, but no double crops this year for us. The other side of that is that we've got some land improvement work, dirt work, tiling, that kind of stuff that we'd like to do. So, yeah, no double crops. Checking in from Northwest Washington. Wheat's getting close around here. Good deal. 110. fine Sunday morning here. You must be in Europe somewhere. Hi from Jackson, York, Pennsylvania. Hello from Brazil. All over the globe tonight. We got a lot of countries checking in. So welcome everybody. Do you plant the wheat you harvest or buy your seed? A little bit of both. We do try and buy some new stuff every year, and we do save some seed as well. Remember your two big combines? Yeah, we had two combines for a while. Never said what DEF is used for. Yeah, I guess I just assumed everybody knows what DEF is. So DEF stands for diesel exhaust fluid. Basically, it's a requirement or it's something that the engine manufacturers have added to meet Tier 4 emissions requirements. So the DEF is a blend of urea and water. It's 32.4% urea, the rest water or something like that. And essentially it reacts with the nitrous oxides in diesel exhaust in order to break it down into nitrogen gas, N2 gas. And so it's to clean up emissions. It's baloney is what it is, but yeah, it's to save the polar bears. How well is your machine sync working out and your thoughts on it? I'm still very green at it. We're still learning, still trying to figure it out. I've only used it a handful of passes, but so far it's working really well. It was really easy to set up, so that's good. And it was, the thing about it was for us, we've been very fortunate the last year, right? We've got a brand new combine and a brand new tractor, both of which were pretty much all set up and ready for it. I didn't have to buy anything other than a single upgrade activation on the combine that was pretty reasonable for what it got me. So it was cheap to do, and it will allow me to, for me running the grain cart, it's not a big deal, but it gives me a lot more confidence to put somebody else in here. And Brock does a pretty good job, but it will help him and he'll enjoy running it. It makes his job a whole lot easier, but it will let me put my dad in the combine or in the grain cart if for some reason he needs to, or Phil or whoever else that doesn't necessarily run the grain cart that much and isn't that familiar with it, especially in this tractor. And so it offers more flexibility as far as jobs go. Oh, there's combine. So Dad did a few more ends. Will you plant double crop beans with the dry forecast? Nope, not doing double crops this year. Just got my BBF t-shirt today, super high quality and comfortable. Thank you, Thomas, and thanks for that super chat. Really appreciate it. Thanks for buying that shirt. Just so you guys know, $5 from every item purchased right now is going to the Corporal yesterday or this morning's video for a link to that foundation. But yeah, Farm Focus does a fundraiser every year for 4th of July. That's the one this year. I was happy to participate in it and appreciate all your guys' support. That runs through the 15th of July. So if you're looking for some merchandise, go check out farmfocus.com, pick something up. Thank you. They are super high quality. I've got mine on today as well. Soft. They're really nice. I really like the quality of their stuff. So, would you ever drill beans? Yeah, we have drilled. We would do that if necessary, but I prefer to plant them when possible. Got a few organic now. Yeah, there's still some beans going in and around. Not a lot. How's Maddie? You did spell her name right. Nice job. And Baby doing? They're doing well. Baby's finally growing and putting some weight on, so that's a good thing. She was growing pretty slow there at the beginning, but doing well now. All right, we gotta go unload again. What do we got on now? 19,000. All right. Does the new tractor pull your cart with ease full? Well, I haven't really pulled it around full yet. I haven't needed to, because we do like this. Dump from the combine, I'm right by a truck, so we're gonna unload it. Not close enough. Come on. It's my learning curve. I'm still trying to figure out how to drive this thing. down. Start it up. Open the gate. Go. Too full. I looked away for a second. Oh well. Do you prefer running the combine or grain cart better? Yeah, usually I would say the combine. I do have a pretty sweet grain cart tractor though. I don't mind either one. I like switching it up. I do prefer the combine though, probably. All right. Okay. I'll sit here until that auger folds so I don't hit the wires. Thank you for the ride along. You're welcome. Number one old school tractor that you wish you had, 4960. I mean, the 4020's there, right? But I do really like that 4955. That would be my old school choice. We used to have one. We actually traded that in on our 8R, the 335. It was a good tractor. It just couldn't handle the hydraulic and electrical loads of today's equipment, planters and everything else. So, yeah, that one. Ontario, Canada. It's a placebo. What's the placebo? What did I talk about? I don't remember. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Government juice. Yep, that's exactly what we're talking about. Would you ever grow potatoes? Not commercially. We don't have the right dirt for potatoes. Hi from Florida. Brayson wants to know where Rylan is. Rylan is riding with Grandpa. He's in the combine. Sorry, dude. We won't be too late though, so he can come home. He needs a shower tonight. He's dirty. Do you think you'll have problems with the O-ring that was failing last year? Oh gosh, O-ring that was failing. Was that on the cart or the combine? It's entirely possible. We'll find out. There has been one on the grain cart on a solenoid that we have to replace semi-frequently. We'll probably have to replace it again. We shouldn't have any trouble with anything on the combine. That stuff's all brand new, so I'll assume you're talking about that one. Only good def is Def Leppard. That's right. On the grain cart, yeah. Probably, but well, who knows? Can we get an inside view of the inner workings of the combine? Man, I'll try, but not super easily. That's a hard thing to do. But I have a real old GoPro that I wouldn't mind if it got destroyed, so I'll try and remember to bring that tomorrow and make sure my batteries are charged up. We'll see if we can't get something, at least from the inside of the tail end of it in the sieve area. But I think it'll be so dusty you won't be able to see anything anyway. Would be my guess. 4955 and 4960 are identical. Well, they're not identical, but they're pretty close. The exhaust is different. It wasn't bad unless we got into wet conditions. We have not gotten into wet conditions. The nice thing about this tractor is that it's set so much higher. It's so much easier to see into the trucks to unload. Hello from Georgetown, Ohio. Hello. Not a farmer, but isn't very early to be harvesting wheat. Well, for us, no, not at all. We're right on schedule or even a touch late. The wheat harvest really starts down in the south in Texas, probably in early May, and it just keeps working its way north throughout the summer. And it's here now. The guys up in Michigan, farther in the thumb of Michigan, are a week or two away from harvesting. They're in the middle to end of July, where we're usually the beginning part of July. The guys in southern Ohio are usually the end of June, and they're pretty well wrapped up by now. So, nope, we're right on schedule. I am an Ohio State fan, not Ohio.
My loss monitor is sort of high on the rotor. Is there any suggestions on what I can do?
Well, I adjusted the calibration from where it was the other day, so it should be running up in the middle range somewhere, and don't freak out about that. But you can try and tighten the concave up a little bit and play with the rotor speed would be my 2 suggestions.
Right. Well, some of us in here, the wheat's really good. I mean, it's over 100 bushel to the acre. That's what it's reading, but so it's just jumping.
Yeah, that's good. The other 2 things are slow down or increase your cut height so you're not running so much material through. That's the problem when it's rotor loss, is we're not separating it out of the straw because you're running so much material through there, it doesn't have time to break it apart. So, yeah, you're running a lot of material through. Okay, good deal. It's good wheat, and it looks like good wheat. Anyway, I'm an Ohio State fan. My dad went to Ohio State. I grew up a huge Ohio State fan. I did go to Michigan State, so I'm also a Spartans fan, and nobody hates that school up north, over east, more than I do. I can't believe your dad doesn't have an old 2-cylinder Deere tucked away in the barn down to Berkey. They didn't run Deeres back then. They had a crawler. I don't know if it was a Cat or a Deere, though. And then they ran red tractors when he was a kid, mostly. So we've got an old Farmall A stuffed in the barn down there. And it was my grandpa's when my dad was a kid, I think. That's the story. And then I've got that F12 that was my grandpa's on my mom's side that it's going to get restored eventually, but it's been a pretty slow project. We're almost 2 years into it, and I've gotten the engine tore apart. That's about it. But, yeah, that's, yep, This is winter wheat. It's go time, yes. Do you miss having Walker combines? Not at all. Not even a little bit. Nope, don't. Is there a crop you want to grow but don't have a market for? I mean, there's other stuff that would be cool to grow, right? Occasionally the barley market will pop up and people will talk about that. That sounds like a cool thing because you harvest it like 2 weeks earlier than wheat, and you can double crop beans better. I know of one farm an hour and a half north of here that's raising canola. That sounds cool, but I don't know where they're selling theirs into Canada. I'm not messing with that. So yeah, I don't know. There's not a lot. I know how to do corn and soybeans and wheat, so that's what we grow. Relay setup addition issue at the irrigation pump at the river fixed. Not exactly. So I got that relay installed, so I haven't messed with it anymore, but the Farm HQ box shut it down one time, and then it wouldn't work after that. And there was no continuity on the pins when I would trigger the relay with the app on my phone and stuff. And so when I talked to the one guy from Farm HQ or from Coda Farm Technologies there, they thought maybe I ran too much current through their box and through that relay. And they're gonna help me out, and we're gonna get it fixed. But I thought the 110 or the 277 volts going through the starter circuit for the big motor was going to be the problem, and that worked. And then when I hooked up a relay with 12 volts running through it, they think that there was too many amps or watts. They said that there was too many watts, and it like fried their relay. I don't know. So we'll get back to that when we start irrigating again. But the box on the reel is working perfectly. That's awesome, and we should get the one on the pump figured out here soon, hopefully. I might either need a different power supply that doesn't put out so many watts, or they said you could put a resistor in the line to limit the power. That's getting a little bit above my knowledge, but I can Google it. Hello from Leicestershire, UK. We'll go with that. Amazed at the scale of your farms and the machinery. Great insights. Thank you. Welcome. Thanks for joining. How does your dad feel about YouTube, and how does he feel about the RX? I think Dad doesn't understand the YouTube. Like, especially at first, he's like, whatever, I don't care, but whatever. And he sees it now. He understands it a little bit more, but it's not his thing. It's my thing. So He's not afraid to be on every now and then, but he doesn't like a camera in his face all the time. And as far as the RX, he just doesn't have any seat time in it. But I mean, it's a sweet tractor. He's good with it. He signed off on buying it. It wasn't my decision totally. So, find a semi upgrade yet? I have not. I look every now and then, but Phil hasn't gotten real serious about it, and it's kind of going to be his decision on what truck we buy. So, I don't know. He hasn't said anything about it lately. I look at it every now and then. There's not a lot out there, and they're expensive. A lot of guys in Southern Ohio just got done this past week. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, up north here by the bay, I say we're a week or two away from harvesting week. That's what I figured. All right. Anybody know how I can get rid of this guy? Edible beans? Yeah, maybe. As far as additional crops, I can't. I click on that. I don't understand. There we go. Sorry, dude. Any fall yield predictions? It's too early to predict yields, really, at least with any kind of accuracy. Right now, we're in pretty good shape. We've gotten some rain. We keep getting some timely rains. We're going to have really good crops. But, I don't know. I would say 200 bushel corn is still possible. It's unlikely, but it's possible, average. And hopefully our beans will be upper 50s. It's always kind of the goal. 11V76 had a few tassels on July 1st, planted April 20th. Nice. Yeah, that sounds about right. So my irrigated field, what day was that I started noticing tassels? It was like the day after the rain, maybe Wednesday or Thursday when Brock and I were putting up signs. That was 12S75, 112-day corn, so pretty cool. We're starting to see a lot more tassels, especially on the early stuff. I would say by the middle of the week, it's going to be full tassel on a few of these fields, and fungicides will be going on by the end of the week. You could put a lawnmower battery on the pump side of the irrigation system. Yeah, I had a battery there, and it worked better when I got the power supply, but I would think the battery would still provide too much current, too many watts. I don't know. I don't know. Kirk, it's going well. Wheat harvest, it's going good. There's some good wheat out here. When we get to unloading on the go, which I'm hoping to do here in just a minute, I'll flip the camera around and show you stuff a little bit. Thank you for your videos. You're welcome. Thanks for watching. Watts is a function of power consumed, not volts supplied. The YouTube audience can help fix it. Just start a live stream when you're ready to fix it. Right. I understand that, right? But I really have two relays in the system. There's a relay in the Farm HQ box, and then there's the relay that I put in to separate the 277 volts that my control system on my pump uses from that box relay in the Farm HQ box. So it goes through their relay, that then controls my relay, that controls my pump circuit. And he thinks my relay is drawing too many watts, but it said it was only like 30 milliamps, and I'm like, well, that can't be that much. And he thought, well, that might be the minimum that it needs. It might actually draw more than that if there's watts available. So maybe I need a resistor in the line between the relays. I don't know. But we're getting that figured out. Don't buy any truck with an ISX Cummins. We have two of them, nothing but problem. Really? Cummins usually have pretty good rep. We're looking hard at the Volvos and the Max, and I know a lot of you are going to tell me don't buy a Volvo, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But the transmissions in those are really good, and they have pretty good reputations. We have a dealer local, so we're sort of, that's kind of what we're leaning towards. I would like to not buy another Freightliner. But 70% of the trucks out there are Freightliners. I don't know. Some of the guys don't like the PACCAR motors that are in the Kenworths and the Pete's, so how do you know what to buy? I don't know. Hi, Adam. Did you get the missing cameras for the combine? Nope, I haven't got them yet. Talked about that in tomorrow's video a little bit. I've been bugging the dealer about them, and they can't get them to me. All right. Combine's just about full here. According to my display, it says he's 90%, but it goes in 10% increments. So, let's see. Let me flip my camera. You can see we're in the box. I'm going to hit my resume button. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, hold on. Hold on. I got to get this set up without hitting the combine. No, why is it doing that? It wants to throw me right into the... Okay, we're getting closer.
Are we good?
I think we're good now. I don't know why it wanted to throw me right into the combine there, so... Okay. I think my auto steer line was wrong. My windows are too dirty for you guys to see anything anyway. I think that it was trying to follow the auto steer line and not the guidance line from the combine, but now we're way off. I'm on the wrong line. Something's not right. Hold on, I gotta get you guys back in your cradle here. Okay. Yeah, we had the wrong auto steer line pulled up, but I didn't think that would matter with the machine sync because it would follow the combine, but it was following an angle, a line that Phil planted beans with last year, and they ran on an angle. That's why we were too close and it got okay, and then it was getting too far away. So now we're using the machine sync. It's set up. I gotta check a setting. Why is my nudging off? Lateral shift, 6 inches, it should be there. Controlled traffic, that's why, it's because of the controlled traffic. Okay. Alright, we're good, all good. Back to where you guys cannot see anything. Can you not see a combine there? It's there. Sun is in just the wrong spot, so. Oh, alright, he's got that empty. Show you our display. This is the machine sync settings page. We're tracking follower lock to leader movement. He's the leader. I'm the okay. We're inside our home box there, right where we're supposed to be. These buttons here allow me to nudge the cart forward or back in relation to the unloading auger to fill the front or the back of the cart 9% of the time until we get super full, which we aren't going to do because we're going to unload into the grain cart or to the trucks when we get up here. Phil's back with a second truck, so yeah, it's cool. It's very cool. In a minute, that sun will go down, and then you guys can see better. All right, where are we at? Craigville, Indiana. When it comes to electrical, keep it simple. Just get a 12-volt solar battery tender and a lawnmower battery. Well, I mean, a 12-volt power supply is not complicated, and I put a battery and a solar tender on the real side of it, and that's working just fine. So, but I had power there. There was no reason not to just put a power supply in and use it. So that's what I did. Anyway. With the new drill you got, would you ever consider drilling beans? I already answered this, man. Yeah, we would, but I'm not going to. Didn't I delete? Oh, it's another one. Come on, don't be like that. Why you gotta do that? How do I click on it? There. Remove. Did that just remove one? No, that's not what I want. Alright. Can the drone work while live? Oh, you saw it sitting there, didn't you? No, I can't do live stream from that. I don't think. I don't know. I did take some drone footage earlier today, though, so you guys got some cool footage coming for tomorrow. Just received 1.7 inches of rain this week. Grass popped very quickly. Say it's 100% now. All irrigated. Looks good. Cool. Good deal. We just got the rain too, and it's going to be really great for pollination this week. But I'm afraid it's going to keep getting drier on us. So I don't know if Maddie's still here and paying attention. Are you storing all your wheat? We're putting it in the bin right now because we're drying it. It's a little wet. So for right now, yes, but we've got some contracts. I think Phil already hauled a load or two out. So no, we're not storing it all. We've got a couple bins that we'll fill and then haul the rest out now. Are you doing a planter upgrade kit? No, I don't think so. We had talked about it, but no decision was ever made. I was trying to get a price on some precision stuff, and I never got it. So, oh well. I don't think you could get stuff if you wanted to anyway. '99 Volvo with the C60 Detroit, been a great truck, 1.4 million miles. Nice. We're looking for something a little more modern and lower mileage. But yeah. Connected, go. This is not all gonna fit, so be ready on the gate. Perfect. $14,700. 62,000. Whoops. He's a little heavy. Good thing he's only going a mile. Hello from West Tennessee. Have you thought of getting a seed cleaner? No, I don't want to get into the seed cleaning business. One of my seed customers has 2 seed cleaners. They're trying real hard to get me to buy one. I don't want it. I don't want to do seed cleaning. It's, you know how cheap it is to take your wheat to someone to get it clean? Nope, I don't want to do it. Not worth it. All right. Just got a new Deere skid steer and the dealer had aftermarket camera on. Yeah, well, cameras, then the cameras for the combine that we're waiting on, they're not just like a backup camera. They're a pretty specific thing with a, it's more involved than just putting a camera on. It's got to have all the software or the hardware components to have the software to analyze that. It's a, yeah. They're pretty sophisticated cameras is what I'm trying to say. Okay. 6 inch, yeah, Fort Wayne got hammered that last one. They just got pounded with rain. I saw some pictures of some flooding and cars stranded and all that, so thank you for the hat and the shirt. The wife says I have too many hats, but she was okay with it once I pointed out 2 hats is less than 5 purses. I am, you're on our TV. Oh, Maddie is still watching. Well, but on your TV. So, you want to be a moderator, honey? I think I've got it taken care of, but let's see. Can I do it? Oh. Any news from your sister and her internship with the beer company? Well, Yeah, I've talked to her a couple of times. So for those of you that don't know, my sister Anna, who's been on the channel a few times, has an internship this summer as an agronomy intern with Anheuser-Busch, which is cool. It's very cool. So she is in Jonesboro, Arkansas, doing an internship there. And she hasn't been there much. First week she was in St. Louis, and then she was in Idaho for meetings, and this last week she was in Dallas for a rice conference or something. There we go. Add moderator. Alright. So she's been traveling a lot, doing a lot of different stuff. Sounds like she's supposed to be working on a technology initiative and finding out how they can better utilize technology to improve their product, their record keeping, I don't know. As with all big companies, there's a huge sustainability push, and so she's trying to figure out how to track all of that stuff better. And yeah, but she's learning a lot. It's really cool. Good evening, Maddie. Congrats on the baby. Thanks, man. How's your wheat? Wheat has been better than expected. It's okay. It's not super great. It's not terrible. So, for the most part, we're pretty happy. This field, I think, is going to be some of our best. This one and the next one across the ditch over here is going to be some of our best wheat. We may hit 100,000, or hit 100,000. I was reading the next two comments down, and I saw the 92,000. We may hit 100 bushel an acre on that other field. It looks really good. So, spray any bean fungicide yet? No, it is too early for bean fungicide. That is something that you do in R3, which is usually end of July, first week of August for us. So, too early for bean fungicide. I mean, I did spray 20 acres that one day when I was doing V5 corn fungicide as an experiment. Just right. 62, not 92, Ed. 62. Is all your wheat in Waldron? Yes, all the wheat is local here. We were going to plant some to Berkey last fall, and then it got too wet. We never got a chance. So that may happen this fall. We're planning on planting a bunch of wheat down there. My grandpa would know the truck for you. His company name is STS Truck Sales and Equipment. Okay, is that somewhere around here? Good evening from Carthage, Missouri. Welcome. They ever get your new cell tower up? Yeah, the cell tower's there, but there's no equipment on it yet. There's no transmitters or anything. I don't know what's going on. It's been up for 2 or 3 months. What happened? Oh, I'm caught up. Sweet, we're live. Is it chicken and a biscuit season? I don't have any in here. No, I should get some, but the only food that I have is some Swiss cake rolls and Nutter Butters. That's all I got. There's some stuff in the office I should have grabbed. Are you allowed to sell seed to anyone or just farmers? Well, like my Golden Harvest stuff, I can sell it to anybody that's willing to pay for it. And we'll sign a technology agreement agreeing to not save seed and follow the requirements. So, yes, unless you're asking me about wheat. I can sell seed wheat, but I cannot sell the wheat that we are combining as seed wheat. Make sense? Yeah. It's in Fort Wayne. Okay. Who is this guy? What guy? Me? Are you talking about me? Who am I? Clearly never watched my videos if you don't know who I am. What day will the plane be there, and will we see any of it? So the plane is coming on Thursday or Friday, from what I understand. And you bet, if I know where it's going to be there and where and when, you will see it. The question is whether or not I will be around, and we'll know that they are there. So I have a meeting on Thursday from like 10 to 2. So I'll be gone for probably 6 hours right in the middle of the day. And if they show up in that window, I'm going to miss it. If they don't show up in that window, then we should catch it. But the Haggy will be there on Friday, so we'll get all that too. It'll be cool. You're not letting anybody else run the 8RX. Well, Phil has driven it a little bit today, more than he had previously, so he's figuring it out, and yeah, nobody else has really driven it. Is there sales tax on seed? No. Years ago, I remember farmers buying stuff tax exempt. Yeah, anything that we buy that is used directly in the producing of an agricultural commodity or a crop is tax exempt. So we do not pay sales tax on seed, fertilizer, chemicals, equipment, fuel, LP, grease, that kind of stuff. What's your average yield for wheat? The average has got to be in the high 80s right now, somewhere in there. I don't know exactly. Yeah, but he's been gone for a while. What are you running right now? We are in the 8RX, running grain cart. There's the cart. Push the button twice. Push the button 3 times. There it is. Fancy 8RX. See, look, tracks. Dad's clear back there by the woods. I don't know how far back I need to go, so we're just going to sit here and wait. Fancy thing with this is that I can tell he is 70% full right now, so when that gets to 80 or 90 and when he's not back to me yet, we'll have to go chase him down, but he should be getting close to back here by then. The Wi-Fi range on this kind is impressive. So if I go, I probably shouldn't do this, but I'm going to anyway. If I go into the machine sync settings, we can see the available networks, and by networks it means Wi-Fi networks. Like, all of these are available to me right now from right here. Well, maybe not all of them. Huh. Like, this one is 3 miles away. There's no way. That must be anything that it's ever seen. Because we're far enough from the farm, we should not be picking up Wi-Fi networks. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Anyway, maybe that's not what I thought it was. I thought it would only show me ones that it could actually see, but that doesn't appear to be the case. They put up a 200-foot tower by my neighbor last year. The turkey vultures sit on it every night. Is there any cell phone equipment on it? Do you at least have good cell phone service, or do your neighbors? Because I would really like to have good cell phone service from the cell phone tower that they put up a half a mile away, but I don't yet. Was that Jack or Phil who seemed pretty lively on today's video? That was Jack. That was my Uncle Jack. So I don't make it a point to directly put him on camera, but if he's in the background or he happens to be on camera around when I'm filming, he doesn't seem to have a problem with it. So great seeing Jack in yesterday's vid. He can do anything with F20 while he was out. He didn't, but he could. It's possible that after wheat harvest here, things are going to slow down and we'll have a little bit of time to work on that. I'm kind of thinking about it. I'm sort of stuck with, we got the pistons out of the engine block and I was debating what I needed to do, whether I needed to take it somewhere to have it cleaned up or whether I just buy some brake cleaner and a wire brush and go to town. And I mean, it's a 100-year-old engine. Well, it's not 100 years old. It's an 80-year-old engine that, oh yeah, he's full. We gotta go. Let's go. You gotta go back in your holder. It says 80%, but his windows are getting full, so yeah, we gotta go. Good evening. Do you know when the Starlink will arrive? I do not. I signed up for Starlink in like August or September last year. I still do not have Starlink. I'm hoping any day I get the email or a box in the mail or anything. Okay, push the button. Please don't send me into a beanhead. Oh, it's working. It's working. It's controlling my distance. Oh, that was sweet. That little beep, that was us reaching our home point. He's unloading. Still got sunshine, so you're not going to be able to see anything, but yeah. The next round, you'll be able to see better. Oh, you know what? Oh, I don't have my cameras in here. I was going to say I should film something for tomorrow, but both of my GoPros are in the combine. Oh well.
One more round do it?
I don't think it'll fill that truck, no. That is an awesome view. That is an awesome view. Should have Maddie get you some more chicken and biscuit. I think there's 2 boxes in the pantry. I just need to get them here. Any grain bin upgrade wishes? Not really. We've got a pretty darn good grain system right now. 2 of them really. Little things, you know, some more automated stuff or whatever, that kind of thing. It would be kind of nice to have a second overhead bin. We've gotten along for 30 years without it, so. How many acres of winter wheat? We've got around 300 total. Usually being within a mile of a cell tower is actually worse signal. At least that's how I remember 2005. Well, that was a long time ago. It's possible. It might be worse. I don't know. We're going to wrap this up here pretty quick, guys. We're an hour into it anyway. It's communication for fire and police department. Oh, I see. With the command arm, the left-hand reverser in the 8RX seems redundant. Do you ever use it? It is redundant. I use it occasionally. I got to hang it using it when I was planting it to change direction. It was sort of handy. But yeah, I don't use it a lot. Yeah, there is. Cool. What's the highest yielding you've had in wheat this year? I mean, there's spots in the fields that run into 120s. It's really good. Highest, we haven't really, field averages in the 90s, somewhere in there. This one should be really good. The next one over there across that fence row or trees over there should be really good. We'll find out tomorrow. So, all right, guys, any last questions, get them in, and we'll see you again in the morning with tomorrow's video. So, yeah. Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Thanks for the questions. Thanks for the super chats. Have a great rest of your night. Is wheat a low? Kinda, sorta. It can be. It just depends on the year. Wheat price has been pretty good this year, but we sold a lot at really crappy prices back when they were pretty good prices, but they're not anymore. So, yeah, I mean, they call it poverty grass for a reason, but there's money to be made there, I guess. It just depends. So hit the like button for me. Thanks, guys. Thanks for the live stream. How do you like the header height sensor? Adam, thank you. Totally unnecessary, but really appreciate it. We'll talk more about the header height sensor stuff later. So have a good evening. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for joining, honey. Appreciate it. See you guys.